it's time for everyone's favorite series, Grab Bag. However, today will be a little different. First of all, I'm announcing a change to this series. When I started the series, I was unaware that the Virtual Railfan channel did one with the exact same name, so partially to avoid confusion and partially so people don't think I'm just ripping them off, I'll be changing the name of the series with no theme to something else. I have a few ideas in mind, but if you have any suggestions, drop them down in the comments. The video for this series usually takes me months to get because it comes from other failed videos, which is why they don't come out very often, so I have time to come up with something. Today actually does have a theme though: failure. We start a bit outside our wheelhouse. I was in Jackson, Tennessee visiting family in that area, and while I was there, wanted to catch some action over on the CN Fulton sub, the former main line of the Illinois Central to Memphis. I don't really know a whole lot about the line other than it has a rich history and is the lone original IC line through Tennessee that CN still has. I ended up in Halls, Tennessee, next to an apparent caboose museum that I can find no information on anywhere, so it's basically just a caboose in a park as far as I'm concerned. FRA data shows 23 trains per day through here, 2 of these being the nocturnal Amtrak City of New Orleans, so I feel relatively confident that I'll catch something. ATCS is still in use here but with no server coverage, so I go off the air. From Halls I can decode the control points at North Curve, 5 miles south, and South Dyersburg, 11 miles north. There are defect detectors roughly 3 miles north and 8 miles south. So I sit and wait. And wait. And wait. After about an hour, the only change is that the switch at South Dyersburg has been lined from Main 1 to Main 2, but no routes have been set. With a 100% silent radio, no indications of consequence on ATCS, and an empty stomach longing for the family dinner that night, I call it quits and headed back to Murray City. And for those wondering, dinner was fantastic. Not really a failure, but on the way back home from Tennessee by way of south central Kentucky, we parallel the former Chicago and Eastern Illinois, then Louisville and Nashville, now CSX CE and D sub. This represents CSX's main route from Chicago to Nashville, Atlanta, Birmingham, and beyond. As we were driving north, I saw CSX M648 way across Georgia to the Belt Railway of Chicago manifest, activating this detector.
7-8 link. Niner 65 detector out.
And calling out signals.
Clear North Gibson, clear North Line, 648 North.
Nothing else really notable here, I just wanted to prove that I did see at least one train while on this trip. Fast forward a month and I take advantage of likely the last few 60 and 70 degree days of the year. We're at Franklin Park West again in the shadow of the relocated Tower B12. I want to try and catch a freight, but as I'm arriving, CP-247 is pulling out of Bensonville towards Tower A5 in the CNM sub, and that was probably my best shot unless something comes in off the Indiana Harbor Belt. I see on ATCS that there are clears in either direction. Outbound Metra 2223 has a clear on Main 1, and inbound 2242 has an approach diverging at Franklin Park West for a diverging clear at B12. Note that I didn't have a radio to record off of this day, so no radio audio. 2223 is first up, rolling around the corner at Tower B12. Not too long after, 2223 stops at the Mannheim flag stop and 2242 comes around the corner in the other direction in rapidly fading light. Note the City of Chicago paint job on the F40 on 2242. Finally, the following Sunday, I went to the other side of Bensonville Yard to do a video on how to use ATCS out in the field. Unfortunately, when I got there, I was met with complete silence on the ATCS channel that the CP Elgin sub uses. Tower B17 North is on a different channel, and I was able to receive that just fine, but that is a CP control point, while B17 is a Metra control point. Metra has been planning to switch over to ITCM, but hadn't yet, so I don't know if they made the switch or if it was just offline for some reason. Either way, I was determined to at least get something while I was here and make it worthwhile. Tower B17 is one of very few staffed and operational towers remaining. Although the CP Elgin dispatcher is in charge of the entire subdivision, B17 actually controls it from here to Elgin. Metra 2711 is first up a few minutes late and has a friendly engineer.
West train number 2711 to Elgin is now
Meanwhile, 253 is apparently not having a very good day.
Give me Elgin dispatcher message.
253, dispatcher over.
Go ahead.
This all started about an hour and a half ago with Howard. Bensonville gave the wrong engine numbers for PTC. Howard got yours end of it straightened out for Metra. I guess the train masters, Howard, everybody has sent messages to the Missouri dispatcher who now controls our subdivision, and nothing has been done. I have the NS Norfolk Southern 7671 as the leader. I got TGBO number 150-718. And if you want the phone number to call him directly, I'll give it to you so you can call him over.
CP train master to that 5253 over.
253 over.
Hey bud, did you get that PTC taken care of over?
No, we have not. German, the Elgin dispatcher is now supposed to be contacting him again, over.
Elgin is supposed to be contacting the Iowa?
The Iowa dispatcher no longer dispatches us. The Missouri drawbridge dispatches us. Their phone number, the Kansas City desk, the phone number is...
I got that. Do you guys have everything else you need except your PTC, over?
No, we don't have a stitch of paperwork for our train, over.
After that snafu is cleared up, it calls B-17 and starts rolling off the new arrival track.
253, B-17, over.
B-17 over.
I got totals when you're ready.
Over.
NS 7671, NS 4498, 25 loads, 112 empties, 6,700 ton, 8,068 feet. Markers at 31533, over.
That's the conductor. You ready to go yet or what, over?
Ready to go.
Here we go. Safe trip. CP Tower B-17 out.
253, B-17, over.
17 over.
Just letting you know, we're also a key train today, over.
Okay, you're on the new arrival, over?
Yep, that's correct, new arrival, over.
Thank you. Appreciate it. CP Tower B-17 out.
You're welcome, over.
Utility man to that 253. You guys got a good roll by, complete with the marker. Good list on A5, over.
Alright, good list on A5, look good. Thank you, thanks for your help. We'll show you anytime.
No problem. Have a good one.
Stack cars are a nice catch. They're not unheard of on manifest trains, but I've never seen them before on here. Sometimes things just don't work out how you think they will, as exhibited here. You can plan for anything you want, it doesn't always happen. But the key is, when it does happen, to make the best of it. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up and feel free to subscribe, and you can follow me on Instagram and read the blog. Links are in the video description. Until next time, stay safe, adapt to things as they happen, and as always, thank you for watching the Northeastern Illinois Railfan YouTube channel.